Once in a small village, there lived a wise old man who was known for his ability to help others find meaning in their lives. People from far and wide would come to seek his guidance, and he would listen to their stories with great patience and understanding. One day, a young man arrived at the wise man's hut, his eyes filled with sadness and despair. He had been struggling with depression for many years, and it had taken a heavy toll on his life. The wise man welcomed him and invited him to share his story. The young man began to speak, describing the darkness that had enveloped him, the weight of his sadness, and the hopelessness that had consumed him. As he spoke, the wise man listened intently, his eyes filled with empathy and compassion. When the young man had finished, the wise man began to tell him a parable. He spoke of a vast, dark forest that lay at the edge of the village. The forest was so dense and impenetrable that no sunlight could reach its depths, and it was said that those who ventured too far into its shadows would become lost forever. In the heart of this forest, there was a small clearing where a single tree stood. This tree was unlike any other in the forest, for it was not shrouded in darkness, but bathed in a soft golden light. Its branches were adorned with beautiful, luminous flowers that emitted a gentle, soothing fragrance. The wise man explained that this tree represented the essence of hope and resilience, a beacon of light in the midst of darkness. It was a symbol of the strength that lies within each person, even when they are surrounded by despair. The young man listened intently, his eyes fixed on the wise man's face. He asked, "How can I find this tree within myself? How can I bring its light into my life?" The wise man smiled gently and replied, "The journey to the tree is not an easy one, for the path is obscured by the shadows of the forest. But if you are willing to face the darkness and confront your fears, you will find the strength to persevere." He continued, "Begin by acknowledging the pain and sadness that you carry within you. Do not shy away from it, but embrace it as a part of your journey. Seek the support of those who love you, and allow them to help you navigate the shadows. As you journey deeper into the forest, you will encounter challenges and obstacles that may seem insurmountable. But remember that you are not alone, and that the light of the tree is always within you, waiting to be discovered." The young man nodded, his eyes filled with determination. He thanked the wise man for his guidance and set off on his journey, ready to face the darkness and find the light within himself. Over time, the young man learned to confront his depression and embrace the challenges that life presented. He sought the support of his loved ones and found solace in their understanding and compassion. As he journeyed deeper into the forest of his own mind, he began to see glimpses of the tree's light, guiding him through the darkness. Eventually, the young man reached the clearing and stood before the tree, its golden light bathing him in warmth and hope. He realized that the tree had been within him all along, and that he had the power to bring its light into his life. With newfound strength and resilience, the young man returned to the village, ready to share the wisdom of the tree with others who struggled with their own darkness. And so, the light of hope and resilience spread, illuminating the lives of those who sought it, and proving that even in the darkest of times, there is always a beacon of light waiting to be discovered. The parable of the tree in the forest teaches us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope and resilience within us. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, and that seeking the support of those who love us can help us navigate the shadows. The journey to the tree is not an easy one, and it requires us to confront our fears and embrace the challenges that life presents. But if we are willing to persevere, we can find the strength to overcome even the most daunting obstacles. The lessons of the parable apply not only to those who struggle with depression, but to all of us who face adversity in our lives. We can all benefit from the wisdom of the tree, and from the reminder that the light of hope and resilience is always within us, waiting to be discovered.